Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, YouTube family. My name is James Berg Monfils Evangelista, and I wanted to make a video to share my experience switching from Tirzepatide to Retatrutide after 1 month. And I'm doing this because I haven't seen a lot of videos, or really any videos, on anybody talking about their experience on YouTube. So in the age of disclosure, I wanted to disclose this because I feel like somebody might be looking for this and they might need it. Two things you need to know. Number one, I am not a doctor, so nothing that I'm going to say is medical advice, right? I'm not actually going to give you any advice at all or tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you how I felt switching from Tirzepatide to Retatrutide. Number two, I am not a professional YouTuber or content creator. I am a musician who lives and works in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip. So I say that to say this video is shot raw and one take. There will be no editing, no huge intro, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's get to it. So I was on semaglutide first for 6 months and then switched to Tirzepatide, and I was on Tirzepatide for a year. Titrated all the way up to the maximum, which is 15 milligrams. Right? And I had been taking that for a year. Throughout that time, I lost 130 pounds. I decided to try switching to Retatrutide because I wanted to see what the effects were and the benefits would be adding the third receptor, the glucagon. And so I'm going to tell you my experience. I'm going to tell you 4 things. I'm going to tell you how it affected my hunger, how it affected my energy, how it affected my weight, and what I saw in the gym. Okay, so in terms of what I've been doing for dosing, and this is important also, when I switched, I was on the maximum dose of Tirzepatide, 15 milligrams per week. So what I did was, for the first week, I did 2.5 milligrams of Reta. And then the second week, I went up to 3.5. And then the third week, I went to 4. And then 2 days ago, I just took 5 milligrams. So here's what happened. Number one, with my hunger. In that first week, after about 2 days, I noticed that I became ravenously hungry. Like I wanted to eat everything, and it did not make sense to me why. Listen, you name it, I was doing. I was stopping at Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, like literally food that I had not eaten in almost a year and a half. I wanted all of it. I was stuffing my face so much, and I could not feel satiated. I did some research as to why that was happening, and there are 2 reasons why I believe it could have happened. Number one is that I went from a very high dose, the max dose of Tirzepatide, down to a relatively low dose of Retatrutide. And when the pharmacist that I was talking to was saying what an equal dose would be, what they told me was that the 15 milligrams of Tirzepatide is equivalent to like 7 milligrams of Reta. So I was on like a third of that, around about. So I think that had something to do with it because I was getting less of the GLP-1 and the GIP into my system. But also, the second thing is that the glucagon effect was increasing the energy in my body and just making my body want more. So those 2 things combined was probably why I was feeling like I wanted to eat everything in sight. Like I would have eaten you, seriously. Like a whole like zombie effect. Like, anyways, it was bad. Okay, number 2, energy effect. What I did, I'm sorry, go back. With the hunger, what I did notice is that in week 2, right, when I went up on the dose of Retatrutide, the hunger, food noise did go away. But what I noticed was that when I started eating, once again, I was still ravenous and eating everything. Don't know why. It just happened like that. But in week 3, I started to feel like I did when I was on 15 milligrams of Tirzepatide, and the food noise was just gone, and I'm not eating everything in sight. Coffee, black coffee. Okay, now the energy effect. The Reta did make me feel more energetic. And there were a few times where I felt a little bit warmer than normal. But I had more energy. My energy was more stable and more consistent. Now, part of this might have been from the glucagon activation. Part of it might also be that at the same time that I started taking Reta, I also started taking MOT-C, so it could be that combination. But I did notice that my energy levels were more stable. Weight. Okay, so because I was on semaglutide and then tirzepatide for a total of a year and a half, I had already lost about 130 pounds. What's happened with my weight over the last month is that I've generally fluctuated and within the same range. I maybe have lost a pound or two on the scale, but I'm not entirely sure like what that means because I haven't like done a DEXA scan to see about like my fat and body composition and things like that. Because I have to now talk about the gym effect because these two things kind of go together. What I've noticed over the past month is that I've had more energy in the gym, and I've also been stronger in the gym. Like I've been increasing reps like crazy. For example, just pull-ups, right? Like about 2 or 3 months ago, I discovered that I could do a pull-up. That was fun. And then I had been like each set I had been stuck at about like 3, maybe 4. And now today, like earlier in the gym this morning, I was doing like 7, 8 pull-ups per set. So I think I've gained some muscle, and that could be a part of the Retatrutide. So that was the video, short and sweet, just talking about my experience switching from Tirzepatide to Retatrutide in 1 month and how I've been doing it and how it's made me feel. And I hope that this video is informative for anybody who's thinking about doing that, because like I said, I haven't seen this content anywhere. So I thought I would share with the world my experience. Once again, not a doctor, nothing I said is medical advice. Number 2, not a professional YouTuber or content creator. So this video will not be edited. There would be no huge intro, there would be no huge outro, except me saying, I love you, take care of yourself, read a book, go get some sunlight. If it's summer, go swimming. I don't know, I love you, okay, bye.